After the Allied forces defeated Germany in World War II, Europe became an unsafe place for members of the Nazi Party. Thousands of Nazi officers, high-ranking party members, and collaborators, including many notorious war criminals, fled across the Atlantic and found refuge in South America, particularly in Argentina, Chile, and Brazil. For example, Argentina was already home to hundreds of thousands of German immigrants and had close ties with Germany during the war. After 1945, Juan Perón, the president of Argentina, who himself was drawn to fascist ideologies, used intelligence officers and diplomats to help create red lines or escape routes through Spanish and Italian ports. The Vatican in Rome also facilitated the escape of Nazis, sometimes knowingly and sometimes unknowingly, as it was trying to help Catholic refugees. In this video, I will tell you the story of 3 of 7 members of Nazi officers, with the remaining 4 members' stories to be covered in another video. Number 1. Adolf Eichmann. Eichmann, the world's most wanted Nazi, was the architect of Hitler's final solution to exterminate the Jews in Europe. The infamous SS colonel designed the Nazi network of death camps, according to sources, led to the murder of approximately 6 million Jews. Eichmann organized the identification, collection, and transportation of European Jews to Auschwitz, Treblinka, and other death camps in German-occupied Poland. After the end of the World War II, Eichmann hid in Austria. With the help of a Franciscan friar in Genoa, Italy, he obtained a visa for Argentina and applied for a fake Red Cross passport. In 1950, he traveled to Buenos Aires under the alias Ricardo Clement on a steamship. Eichmann lived with his wife and 4 children in a middle-class suburb of Buenos Aires and worked at the Mercedes-Benz automobile factory. Israeli Mossad agents daringly abducted Eichmann from Argentina on May 11, 1960. They then smuggled him out of the country by posing as flight crew members. In Israel, Eichmann was tried as a war criminal responsible for the deportation of Jews to death and labor camps. After a 4-month trial in Jerusalem, he was found guilty and received the only death sentence ever issued by an Israeli court. He was hanged on May 31, 1962. Number 2. Josef Mengele. After Eichmann, the next target for Nazi hunters was a doctor nicknamed the Angel of Death, who conducted horrific experiments on prisoners at the Auschwitz death camp. Mengele, an SS officer, was initially sent to the Eastern Front to fight the Soviets at the start of the World War II and received an Iron Cross for his bravery and service. After being wounded and deemed unfit for duty, he was appointed as a doctor at Auschwitz. There, he used prisoners, especially queers, pregnant women, and the disabled, as his subjects for his experiments. Mengele even tortured and killed children with his magical experiment. After World War II, Mengele lived in hiding in Germany for more than 3 years. In 1949, with the help of a Catholic clergyman, the Angel of Death escaped to Argentina via Italy, where he owned a mechanical equipment shop and married under his real name in Uruguay in 1958. However, after hearing about Eichmann's capture, he went into hiding, first in Paraguay and then in Brazil. West Germany sent an extradition request to Argentina, but Argentina responded that the charge required for their review. Because the doctor's crimes were political, Nazi hunters pursued him for decades. However, Mengele ultimately drowned following a stroke of the coast of Brazil in 1979, since he had surgery under an alias in Brazil. His death was never confirmed until his remains were forensically tested in 1985. Number 3. Walter Rauff. Rauff, an SS colonel played a crucial role in the development and implementation of mobile gas chambers, which led to the death of approximately 100,000 people during World War II. According to the British intelligence agency MI5, rove overset trucks that diverted exhaust fumes into airtight compartments in the rear, capable of carrying 60 people. The trucks were driven to burial sites, and during the experiments, the victims were poisoned and subsequently asphyxiated. After persecuting Jews in Vichy-controlled Tunisia during 1942 and 1943, rove oversaw Gestapo operations in northwestern Italy. There, much like in Tunisia, rove was known for its extreme ruthlessness due to the indiscriminate execution of Jews and local partisans. Allied forces captured rove at the end of the war. He escaped from an American POW camp and hid in monasteries in Italy. After serving as a military advisor to the president of Syria in 1948, he fled to Italy and in 1949 went to Ecuador, then settled in Chile, where he started a new life under his own name. Rove, who had never been captured until then, worked as a manager in a fish canning factory and actually spied for West Germany between 1958 and 1962. His whereabouts were discovered after he sent a letter requesting his German Navy retirement benefits be sent to his new address. In 1962, he was arrested in Chile. However, the following year, he was released by the country's Supreme Court. Chilean dictator Augusto Pinochet resisted numerous requests from West Germany for Rove's extradition. This Nazi Party member passed away in Chile in 1984. German and Chilean mourners saluted him in a Nazi-style funeral procession and chanted Heil Hitler slogans.